think your analysis was very straight-lined. History doesn't run in a straight line.
Kid, you cannot tell your neighbor he is stealing ducks when you are stealing frogs.
As High Commissioner, I was wrong. As Charandas Prasad, I reacted naturally how any person would have.
I did not come here for that kind of abuse. I did not come here for that kind of abuse. If you're going to go down that road, I'll walk off.
But it's all okay once they're talking. If they were talking, I could not have been here today.
You got ADHD.
I got nothing.
Calm down.
I think I've done enough in terms of taking our team out of trouble from losing.
Tomorrow, Taylor. That's good. I'm reading the script now, and the first person that comes to my mind to play a detective,
Yes,
but
the
an
Chinese
erratic
Mikhail
detective is Mikhail Rodriguez.
Why an African slap an Indian? Why a man and slap a woman? No, you deal with that. You deal with that.
We must encourage platforms like this because it brings together different people and allows for discussions to take place in our country on a multiplicity of fundamental issues.
Kingdom, you apologizing for something you think I did is wrong. I don't want you to do that, and you should not have done that. Hi there. Welcome to the Freddie Kissoon Show with co-host Daramkumar Seeraj, the prodigal son. The prodigal son has returned, but the prodigal son will not have much longer. He goes in 2 weeks' time to become Guyana's High Commissioner to India. So we'll have one farewell episode with him in which we will make a farewell toast. I hope that comes off and he isn't too busy next Friday. But I can't say farewell now. I have to keep my speech for next Friday. But Seeraj is here. So after we show a few clips on the TV, please call in and speak anything you want to Seeraj about local government, about the NDC, about anything. He is the advisor to the Minister of Local Government. He is the vice chairman of the board of one of the most important public utility companies in Guyana, Guyana Water Inc., GWI. So, Colin is also a member of the Central Committee and the Executive Committee of the ruling party for the past 10 years. So, this is someone you can call in with your problems and hope to get it solved before he leaves in 2 weeks' time to one of the glorious countries of the world that I think most people would like to see, India. So let me introduce the prodigal son, and then we go to a few clips. Seeraj, how you been doing?
Well, I've been doing okay, trying my best to tidy things up and put things in order for my imminent departure to the far-off lands of our ancestors.
You will be going from Guyana to UK, then India, right? It's about a 14 hours plane ride.
It depends. I might be going through the US instead of the UK because my mother lives there now, so I'll use the opportunity to visit her. And then from there on, it's about 13 or 14 hours from there. Plus this 5 years, so it's about 19 hours, but with a break in between.
I wonder if I could ask you a personal favor. We've known each other a long time.
Certainly.
Could you talk to the powers that be and ask them if they could accept an authorization from you so I could collect your 100,000?
And the 100,000 is coming from where?
The government, the 100,000 that they're giving.
Yeah. Certainly, I'll do the authorization and I'll see. Because everybody knows I'm here. Because they're not accepting
authorization.
An authorization.
So I can't
generally. but they might make an exception.
They might make it. Or you want
Because I'm here.
Or you want it. So it's when it's sharing out, you will be in India.
Well, of course I want it, but if
want it?
If I'm not here, well, then next best man is for you to get it.
So you can pull that off in authorization. I hereby authorize Mr. Frederick Kissoon to collect the one-off cash grant of 100,000.
As it is now, that won't work, but I'm certain we can do something.
He will be forwarding it to India for me.
Because a lot of Guyanese overseas, if this authorization thing works, they will
a million Guyanese come in. A million authorization.
Yeah, they will be sending their ID card. So we don't want that. We want them to the person must turn up. At least that's how I understand.
But Seeraj, they got people that left this country. I've left this country 30 years, 25 years, 40. They want that 100,000.
Well, some people come back to try to get their pension and all of that. I don't have a difficulty with that. I mean, if you had contributed to your country's development, well, then it's there for you. An old age pension is not a contributory pension. It's a pension that is due to you once you achieve the age of 65. So if any Guyanese living overseas come back home, then they will be entitled to the pension with the proviso that they stay here. You cannot collect the pension and then go away. You can do that with your NIS because NIS is what you contribute to.
Well, you can't collect the old age, the citizenship
cannot collect,
and then leave.
And then leave. Well, some people do it, then they get away with it. But generally speaking, and the way the rules are, you must live here to get the pension. But because you have not contributed as unlike NIS.
But the senior citizen pension, you can get away with it because on the booklet, they have authorization for people to collect your money. So all you got to do is give fill up the thing and fast forward the date, and people will go and collect the pension for you.
No, well, you have to go and collect your book, so you have to be here for that.
Oh, you have to be here to collect
your book.
Right.
So if you're here to collect your book and you take you go for a vacation, someone can take a leaf out of your book for that month and go and uplift the pension. I think it's a voucher with 12 pages. 1 page per
I got
month.
one.
Okay, I understand. So you know more about the thing.
Yeah, of course.
So whenever if ever you migrate, you can pass the book over to me.
I don't think you will need it. Migrate. Never thought about it. Our lines are on the screen there. The landline and Seeraj, what's up? Let's show you a few things that Seeraj brought. Operator? Now what's that?
So what we're looking at here is the alleyway. This is supposed to be a clean alleyway that runs parallel to Sandy Bab Street and Dowding Street.
I know that.
So between these two streets where the lots back to back, these are some shots I took this afternoon of this alleyway. Following a caller calling in and requesting that we make a visit. So drainage here is impossible. When it rains, the water rises and gets back up into the yards. So this needs
What is that there?
Yeah. This is the same alleyway.
That's an alleyway?
Correct. This alleyway runs behind that popular JR joint on Sandy Bab Street. So all the way down, like I said, it's between Sandy Bab and Dowding Street. So this alleyway runs east to west.
You sure monsters are not living in that thing there?
Well, I didn't venture too far into there because, as you can see, there are heavy vegetation there. And not only that, too, if you peep into the vegetation, you'll see some old chair, refrigerator door, and stuff like that. So people, they are victims of their own action. But that does not take away the responsibility from the city council to go and clean this alleyway up.
Okay, we getting some calls. Just hold your call. We got a few other things to show you, and then we'll open the line until 10 o'clock. And you can talk to Seeraj for the second to last time before he travels to the land of our
Ancestors.
Ancestors. Operator, what else you have for us? Seeraj, what's this about?
Oh, someone had called in some time ago. This is a building in the Mahaika area. I think it's called the
community
Mahaika
center.
Community Center. So
That's Mahaika Community Center?
So it was pretty dilapidated, and now they're effecting some repairs. But the person who called in said that some time ago, apparently someone was living there, probably a homeless person, and the person died there. So they're fixing this place up, but they have expressed the fear that because someone had died there, people being superstitious, they might not want to go there. So the residents are saying that instead of repairing this building, they should knock it down. You see some people, they're doing some work there. They should knock it down and put up a brand new building. So I don't know. I haven't visited inside there to see how structurally strong it is, because sometimes the wooden
From
part
what we're
gone.
seeing there, why would they want to repair that?
Well, the roof looks pretty good, and downstairs is concrete. And like I said, engineers would have made a visit and done an assessment. So the resident who called in on the program sometime before.
Some work is going on there, though.
Well, that's what the resident said, that work is going on there to rehabilitate. But they're saying that they should knock it down.
Seeraj, with the kind of deeply superstitious nation we have, if they repair that place, nobody want to go there, especially in the night.
Yeah, well, they're saying that person...
Guy Suku knocked down a building in Edmore because nobody wanted to live there.
No.
There's a Hague haunted house. That building was knocked down. Operator, we have any more video?
I know the Hague...
Huh? Okay, we don't have any more videos to show. Those are the landline. Those are our numbers. One landline, one WhatsApp number. You can start calling. The phone was ringing just now. You have a number?
No, someone called earlier, but I figured they'll call back. I know that house at Hague when my children were small. My wife is from Iflot pasture, so we would go and visit their grandparents. My son and daughter would always be up around that turn by Hague and call it the spooky house. They remember that the spooky house. So people are highly superstitious.
So in this country, they're not gonna, if they don't knock down that building and bring a new building that doesn't look like the old building. Good evening. Good evening. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, go on.
Good night.
Good night.
This is Frederick Kissoon.
Yes, go on, sir.
Yeah, I get you to just tell you, last Saturday night, I went to 12 hours regional 5, right? The service was very good with the noise, the stuff, but no sheet on the bed. No sheet.
Oh, this is the Fort Wellington Hospital.
That's right, 412 hospital. The service with the noise, that's good. Guys, I was traveling with
Oh man, you can't be serious. Not in 2024.
So the services, the nurse and doctor they were very professional.
On the bed?
And they look.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the problem, the bed was no sheet.
Oh.
No sheet on the bed. As I lie down flat on the bed, you could see the blood stain and whatsoever, like who get in the emergency and have button soap on the bed.
Okay, and this was when you went there?
I mean?
Well, when is it that you went to this hospital?
Last Saturday night.
Okay, I got you.
And I come out in the morning.
I got you. The Director General of the Ministry of Health is a friend of mine, and I think he has responsibilities for these regional hospitals. I'll certainly raise this matter up with him.
If you have his number,
I from Claymont, but I was on vacation for a week in Guyana, and I ended up taking, so I went there. And that was that.
You see, you had to lie down on that besmirched mattress.
Yes, no sheet on it. So they let rep, but were they on the bed, but you could see the blood stain and that.
Oh my man, oh my.
The nurse come and tell me, Mr. Sorry, do not have no sheet. Well, I need treatment. I don't, just like that.
Well, yes, at least they probably would have sanitized it and all of that. But, you know, things like this is unacceptable.
No,
and then...
they could have put, if they have the see what is roll out.
Right.
Patient roll out and they use and put back. That's what the people, not like that.
Correct. Some hospital, they have that. There's a big sheet of kind of a tissue paper mixture. Right, so it's disposable. So you change it after every patient. Yeah. All right, I'll certainly raise this up with the official at the Ministry of Health. Thank you very much for coming through.
If you have his number, we can call him and ask him. You have a call there. Right?
Let me see.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Am I on to the show?
Yes, you're on to the show. We're waiting to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Go ahead, we have other callers coming in.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, madam, go on.
Yes, I would like to make a report at Section D Nomprel where we have some big trucks coming to buy fuel from a man in the area. This road in Section D Nomprel is not made for these trucks. As such, it keeps vibrating all the homes in Section D Nomprel. So I am kindly asking that if somebody can place some emphasis on this illegal fuel that this man in Section D is selling.
Right, so this is not a one-off operation. This is constant traversing of fuel trucks.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so in Section D Nomprel, that's East Coast Demerara.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's supposed to have license to operate a fuel depot and to follow all the safety regulations as it relates to trading in fuel.
Okay.
Other than that, there might be an illegal operation going on.
Well, I'm kindly asking if you guys can look into it.
Okay then, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Caller, good evening, you're on the air.
Hi, good evening, guys. All right. Two things I want to touch on quickly. The health center in Mahika Creek that you would have shown there.
It's not.
Is that in Hanson Free?
No, it's not Mahika Creek. It's Mahika on the road between Good Hope and Handenveld.
Oh, okay. And people are of the impression that it might be haunted.
Well, that's just the view of one person who called in to say that because it's someone died there, people might have this superstition. You know, long ago, people and all of that. People dying everywhere and so on. So, but I think the main thing was that they were plugging for a new building as against rehabilitating that building.
No, I asked a question and then the phone went.
Yeah, so. Hello?
Yeah, I asked him.
Yes, and I answer you. The question is that... No, that happened because someone else is calling on my phone. So when that happens, the call gets blocked.
Oh, distorted. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I'm saying that the person who called in is using that, I suppose, to say that because someone died there and because of superstitious belief, the place might not, persons might not be inclined to go there. So it is better for them to just construct a new building.
Okay, well, I'm not in disagreement with that, but if the government want to give me the two haunted house, or the so-called haunted house in Mahika and the one in Hague, I'm willing to take it.
Well, the Hague one is private property, and this here it's not haunted, it's just that someone died there. So I have not heard anything of it.
No, but the Hague one is alleged to be a haunted house.
But that's not government property. You can move in and take it.
I think I heard about that. And my position on that, India got 1.5 billion people, and Jamaica never hold one of them in India. America got 400 million, and Jamaica hold one of them in America. You know how 800,000 people are find Jamaica in Guyana.
Well, superstitious belief, people believe all kinds of
that is not superstitious, Seeraj and Freddie. That's stupidstitious.
We still have to deal with that.
Anyway, in connection with the handouts, I hope it's
yeah. Which handout is that?
The 100,000?
The 100,000 that is being given out to the house, every member of
Well, every adult, every person would have attained every Guyanese in possession of a Guyanese ID card would have attained the age.
I renew my Guyana passport and I come in and collect me 100,000.
Well, you're entitled to it if you can produce an ID card.
Waiting middle. My wife and I'll be picking them. So I collect probably close to $1 million.
If you have a Guyanese ID card, you're entitled.
Me take me one and share it out to some kids that I have met in Crane last year when I was in Guyana.
Okay, well, good luck.
Some very, 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 very what you call
needy persons.
Needy people. Sorry.
Oh, there you went by Mary's Bar.
Exactly, buddy.
All right. All right, so good luck with that.
I am going to do that.
Okay then, well, take care.
He coming for his 100,000.
Hello? Yeah.
Hi, good night.
Yes, good night.
Good night, gentlemen. Two things I want to highlight quickly. One, I was at the dentist school during the week. And the service was okay, but one problem. There were about 15 school kids sitting there in their school uniform. And I guess most of them were there from about 6 in the morning. Then the school is supposed to open at 8. At 8:30, everybody is still sitting there. Nobody within the school have the courtesy to come and said, give us a 5 minutes, a 10 minutes, whatever. Now, I know the policy, unless it's a grave emergency, children and the elderly have priority. They started to work at 9:45. At 8:45, sorry. That is 45 minutes beyond the time that they're supposed to start. Now, start to work. A set of people look at is the kids.
There's not your phone?
And the kids are sitting there, beginning to get uneasy. Some of them, the tooth is paining them. And nobody's coming and telling these kids anything. After 9, then the security come out and said, 5 kids with their parents. Because they're only taking 5 at a time. I think we are a developing country. Many times you'll have His Excellency talking about service that is being provided to people of this nation and the type of service he expects to be given to the people of this nation. And if we're developing and we want to go places, those little things need to be fixed.
Well, definitely, I mean, you turn up to get eye care, tooth care, general health care, and so on. You expect to get service, and, the public system is burdened with a lot of traffic simply because medical care here provided by the government is free. So because it is free, you also have a line. And, if you even go to a private hospital, you have to wait. You're paying, but you still have to wait. You have to sit there and wait.
I'm not.
Right, so I would say the dental school, yeah, children go in there to get the, I mean, anywhere you go.
The kids that were there.
Yeah, if you go to a lawyer office, you pay the lawyer, and then the culture here is that they behave like if you work with them, although you're paying them. So
I understand everything you're saying, sir.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is that if you have kids there and you start to work, unless there is an emergency, the kids should have priority. They're all school children.
Well, school children, and as you said, the elderly.
And the elderly, right? They should have priority.
Correct. So I expect that you will have some amount of waiting time, but you know they got to work continuously to bring down the time that people wait to have access to medical care.
As I said, the service itself, when you get into the building, everybody is professional.
Okay.
The way they look after, they provide you whatever service. It was good. It was professional.
Okay.
That's the problem. The other thing I want to think quickly, the traffic situation in this country. I think the government needs to, like how we have these part-time jobs. I think the government should go into the communities and get individuals who are interested and give them some training and let them go out and help during the peak hours. Because the police cannot do it all. They're trying, but they can't do it all. So they go out during the peak hours and they help with the control of traffic. I mean, in the peak hours, some foreigners will be very, very terrible. And with the type of drivers we have in this country, everybody wants to wait, everybody wants to undertake and overtake, even though they can't pass. So I thought about it and I said, you know what, it's something that the government can do. We have the part-time workers, fit that in within that category, and you give them some training in traffic management, and in the afternoons from Monday to Friday during the peak hours they come out, they do a couple of hours and they get paid.
You know, in Grenada they had removed all the traffic lights and took them and parked them up by the airport because the traffic lights cause some more issues during peak time. So at every corner during peak hours, you have persons directing traffic there. So it's a good suggestion, but another one that will work on with immediate effect too is that drivers need to follow the rules. Because if you have...
You know that would be the hardest one.
Well, if you start penalizing people, I heard the traffic chief said that instead of stopping the driver them and arguing about that, just take a picture of the car or whatever vehicle is breaching the traffic rules, take a picture of it and send them a ticket afterward. So people will learn to behave responsibly after they start feeling it in their pocket.
And what they can do also, the traffic department, create a WhatsApp group whereby citizens can video these guys, take out the picture and send the vehicle number to this group.
They should do that. It's a good suggestion because what I personally have done occasionally is to take out pictures of persons illegally parking, persons making illegal turn, and sending it to the traffic chief. But not every citizen has,
Right, have that access.
Correct. So I think it's a good suggestion.
Take into consideration, create a group whereby citizens can have access to it, and they can deal with some of these drivers.
Right. You know, NIS, they have the different departments. They have numbers that are WhatsApp enabled.
Right. Yes, I know about that.
Yeah, so it's so it eases the burden on persons and waiting time. So it's a good suggestion which I'll pass on to the traffic chief to see whether I know they have numbers to the traffic department. Those are probably these fixed lines or the landlines as we call them. So these you can't send photographs over landlines. So I'll ask them.
They just buy a SIM, set up a WhatsApp number. You have one person.
Correct. So like I said, it's something that it's of interest, and I'll forward it to the traffic department to see if they can invest in 2 or 3 numbers that are WhatsApp enabled, so people can actually take out pictures and send it.
Okay. Sir.
All right, gentlemen. You guys
Thank you very much.
Night.
Caller, good night. You're on the air. Hello?
Hi, good night.
Good night. Go ahead.
Good night, guys. Hi, Mrs. Seeraj.
Yes, good night.
I have a problem with this road that they were fixing by, you know, that estate road leading into Blairmont Estate, right?
Correct. Just the continuation of that road going to the Rosignal Stelling.
Right.
Mm.
But in front of our home,
Yes, go ahead.
yes, in front of our homes, last Saturday, they finally completed the road. But to come down into your driveway,
Mm-hmm.
they did not fix everybody's driveway. Like mine, for example, no car can come down there. I can't even walk down properly because there is a steep, it's a steep step down.
So I know what you're talking about. So when they do these roadways, there are some entrance where the contractor will go and probably create a driveway because the road is now at a high level. And
right.
So what needs to be done there is for someone to examine whether the contract provides for building of individual driveways or whether persons actually pay the contractor to do some additional work to connect their driveway to the road. I know when they were doing a piece of road in the Eccles area, one or two persons actually approached a contractor to do that. And the contractor was good enough to facilitate by putting some additional material and creating, a smooth access to persons' bridge and entrances. So, hello?
So, but the thing is, if you're fixing something, shouldn't you leave it better than when you came? So this road was passable before.
Well,
you could have gotten into my driveway before.
Well,
so
they're
now
building,
you can.
I think they're building a road to bring ease and comfort to residents.
No, well, they didn't. They didn't. Because if I can't get into my own driveway, is that any ease or comfort?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the government is making an investment, it's supposed to bring about comfort and ease of movement in the case of a road. So if they build a road and they did not cater for access for persons, then the road will be a very good road, but people will not be able to use it because they will be unable to.
But I'm not the only resident that has this problem. So if I wasn't home Saturday, so I did not see when they were doing this, but I approached a couple of the workers. Mm-hmm. I asked them if they could please tell the boss that I wanted to see him, or I'm going to go to the media. Nobody listens to me.
Well, what I'm saying is that this might be...
I'll take some pictures and send to you tomorrow anyway.
So what I'm saying is that this might be a problem with the design itself, because if a man bid for a road, then he will build the road to design. So it might be a design problem where the road is not designed to, and the contract does not involve creating accesses for the different houses. So...
but with our homes, that's what I'm saying all the time. You know this for a fact. You could have driven over to my driveway to come all the way into my yard. Now you cannot do that unless you're driving a 4x4 or a lorry or something. A car cannot get in. A low vehicle cannot get in.
Right,
Somebody with a wheelchair cannot get in. Somebody with a walking disability cannot get in.
Do you know who is the contractor?
Yes, Peter Lewis, and I think there's another guy, he subcontracted to a guy named Asquith from Fort Wellington or something like that, because I saw the vehicles, the machinery, it says AC.
All right, so
it could be that.
Right, so what we'll try to do is to use this program to reach out to the Ministry of Public Works to see, because an investment was made to bring about, like I said, comfort for residents. It will not achieve... But the road was
better, or my driveway was better before they came.
Unless if people are isolated from the road. So we'll try to take it up and follow up and see what's the issue.
The other point is, since they started that road, the sand that we had to face since August to Saturday, they finished the road, and we're not getting the sand. But this is the other discomfort.
Okay.
You should be at everybody's home, even though it's closed. So
Well, all
I'm
right. Well,
wondering if they're
at
gonna.
least there's no
we
longer
have to
any
warn-
dust and sand. You have a good road there now. The idea now is to make the
But
access for every
2
road.
months we were going through that. If somebody's gonna,
Okay, so
we have to wash
we have
down
some other
all the
calls
homes.
coming in, so we try to raise your issue with the Ministry of Public Works and see what can be done for the persons there who to try to do something to link the road to people's driveway.
Okay, I
Thank you
appreciate
very
that.
much for coming through.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Hello, good evening. Hello? 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 We can hardly hear you. Hello? I think we lost that call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes?
Can I go ahead?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I have a problem that I don't know if the Ministry of Work can address it, because I went to the NDC. I'm calling from Better Hope. I went to the NDC. I went to the police station. So now I'm reaching out to see if the Ministry of Works can do something at Better Hope here. There is 2 massive sand trucks without a license plate that is parked just before the Aziz, the pump street, on the parapet. Now we have to come out from that turn. That is our exit. When we got to look down the road for the oncoming traffic, we cannot see. We made complaint to the person that claimed he owns the truck. I don't know if he owns it or not. That's the person that built in this apartment building.
So this is Better Hope on the main road?
On the main road,
Right.
just before the Pump Street corner. So when you exit in, you cannot see the oncoming traffic.
The trucks are permanently parked there?
For a month now. But my contention is we had food trucks and so out there, and they removed everything. Now
Right.
this guy got these trucks here parked for permanent. He's claiming nobody can touch him. Nobody can because the NDC is not doing anything.
And it's the same NDC that moved the other people?
No, remember Ministry of Public Works moved all this caravan and so that.
And why the Ministry of Public Works isn't moving him?
Pardon me?
Why the ministry isn't moving him? If John and Mary can't encumber the road, why should he encumber the road?
Well, that's what the person is calling about, so they think.
I already went to, because it's a traffic hazard, I made a report to the Sparna police station that they're going to look into it, but the people at the NDC claiming they don't know who truck it is. There is no license plate on it. So I am saying, if there is no license plate on a truck that is dangerous to...
No, but then it's permanently parked there because it's not functioning if it doesn't have a license plate. The man just probably parked the thing there and gone.
And the wall is coming. Now everybody from the Better Hope area, the carpet is clean right now and so they graded down. Oh, when the ministry came to grade it down, they had to bring in the police to get these trucks to move. For the man to grade it down, the contractor, and then the park back the truck.
So the trucks move and then they come back?
No, they didn't move it. They just moved it for the man to grade it and he put it back. But I am concerned about the traffic hazard.
You don't know who this person is? Nobody knows who he is?
There is a man putting up a 3-story building in front of my area there. It's parked in front of the building is not completed.
Well, your civic duty is not to go and ask him if it's his trucks.
Well, if he's encumbering our little road in the community with sand and mixing cement on the road, and nobody could tell him anything because every time we got to go and report it to the council. We're going through a lot with this guy. He's blocking the road with sand.
So do you know who's this? Do you know who's this guy?
All I know is the Indian guy with the bald head.
And
I don't say anything to him because he scores up quite a lot.
The NDC has to know who he is because they would have had to give him certain types of permission when you're putting up a building.
That came from Ministry of Housing when we went in because they say that is a 3-story. They only give up to 2 stories. my point is, I'm not concerned about that right now. I'm concerned that our exit, we cannot see the oncoming traffic because of a truck. And you move all these food caravan and everything, but this guy could park a truck there permanent.
This guy got connections.
I hope Seeraj is able
He does,
to.
he does. So I'm hoping Mr. Seeraj.
But if he does,
the public works.
If he does, that's giving the person who he's connected with a bad name. You can't have connection and do what you want in a country.
Exactly my point. And the NDC, like their hands is tied, or I don't know what is happening to the chairman of the NDC, because I can tell you, I went more than one time and complained. My daughter-in-law, everybody.
That is the chairman there is a guy named Zaman Shah.
Pardon me?
Zaman Shah is the chairman there?
Yes, and he and this guy is very good friends. I think they live both in the guy that is got these trucks and building this property does not live wrong here, He lives, I think, somewhere next to the chairman. I'm just telling you, I'm not certain.
Okay.
But the NDC knows this guy. The police station knows this guy, because when I went and make the report, the policeman asked, the sergeant asked me, is it a big belly man with a bald head? I said, of course.
All right, so
that the truck is
I know the chairman of the NDC. I'll have a word with him before this program is out, and we'll see what can be done, okay? I definitely agree with you. The Minister of Public Works, Bishop Juan Egil, said that they have a campaign to remove trucks off the government reserve and road. Primarily because they are traffic hazards.
Post office. You got to use the park. Now, because these trucks is parked there, you actually got to go facing the oncoming traffic.
Madam,
Children.
You have photographs of it that you could send it now, so we could show it on the screen?
No, I don't have a camera, a phone actually. I only got a landline. I'm an elderly person. My husband is an elderly person.
Okay.
Because of the hazard, that's why I'm reporting it.
Well, we thank you very much for reporting it, because this will affect more than yourself and your husband. It will affect all persons in the community.
Exactly.
We'll try to see what we can do. Okay, thank you very much.
I hope Seeraj could help you before we go to India. Thanks.
Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I got to see you for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. All right, so you're on to the Freddie Kissoon program.
Yeah, man. You know you're talking about it,
Yes, Sherry. All right.
I got to talk to one thing because a lot of things are happening, right?
Okay.
So where are you going?
All right, you have anything to report? I can call you after the program so we can talk privately.
Later.
All right, good. Take care.
One of your fans.
Yes. So we can't occupy the line. So.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, so we're talking about blocking up the road. If you go on Sheriff Street now, after your program, I could come and pick you up. The whole pavement on Sheriff, everybody's telling you cannot go up on the road.
Where's that?
Sheriff Street.
Sheriff Street. The pavement, you can't walk on the pavement, you got to walk out on the road. If you go now, you want me to get you all after the show.
Which part of Sheriff Street?
The whole of Sheriff Street. When people say block the pavement, you cannot walk on the pavement, you have to walk on the road.
But Sheriff Street is a long street. Which
all
part?
Right, closer to the gas station, for example.
Oh, you mean Guy Isle?
Guy Isle, yes.
Yeah, they have a couple of establishments there with
You need to keep the pavement clear because you cannot walk on the pavement.
some hot dog stall and all kind of thing.
You road when you want to pass.
You don't have photographs. You could send it now to us so we could
come and carry you now.
No.
And you don't have to get photographs to see that. No,
yeah, but that's assuming that we have the time to go. That's assuming that we have. When we go, right now, thousands of people could see the photographs. You have any photographs?
No, I don't have any.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about when I drive through there, because a lot of these mobile cooking places.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about walking on the pavement. They block the pavement. You can't walk. You have to walk out on the road. So
but that's what I'm saying. These are these mobile cook shop places doing these hot dogs and all things. Come wrong and they take up the pave.
Don't block the pave. I'm not saying you must not make a living, but don't block the people. You have to walk. It's danger you when you have to walk on the road into the motorbike lane. Some of them selling in the motorbike lane. I don't know how you're going to really walk through there.
All right. I know what you're that's what I'm saying, that soon as the sun goes down, a lot of these people come out and they occupy the pave and the roadside and all when selling different things.
On the Blacker Bridge, if you're familiar with the Blacker. So they just done the bridge, you just do the bridge, and then about 100 feet after the bridge is bad, and then somebody do the road in B field. So they leave the part of the bridge like 100, 200 feet. Very bad. You go there in the morning and you haven't seen the traffic congestion. That simple thing, maybe throw some stone, and that thing gonna ease the whole traffic.
That's in the B field Sapphire area?
Yes. The Black Bridge is what we call the Black Bridge.
Yeah.
We shall be field to go over. That is very ridiculous of the contractor. One come and they want to do the bridge, and 100 feet they leave very bad. If somebody can look into that, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for coming through.
You're welcome.
He said, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Hello?
Yes, sir, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Kissoon and the next gentleman there.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I have a complaint and something that bothered me a very long time, and it's happening regular every day you can see it. Policeman. See how policeman can harass people, children on this road. I'm not saying that the kids them are good. I know them driving without helmet. And these are the policemen who are taking a lot of bribe on these kids them. Because when these kids them do the wrong things, whether it's a helmet, they collect money. That's why these kids them can do what they feel like. And this police them is haunting all the areas them. I want to say it, I don't want to say it in racial or anything. 95% of the Indian people, they're lacking out for money. I'm telling you, this is real what I'm telling you. I'm going to send you some pictures. I'm going to send you some pictures with these guys them. Springland Police Station, 62 Police Station, and 51.
No, but what
this Burpees here, persons riding without helmet.
You can't show us photograph without actual evidence. We can get into trouble. You can't show a photograph.
Good. I understand it, but I'm just what's going on.
Okay,
because these are doing it a long time and nobody doing nothing.
All right, if you could send the photographs now too.
They are complaining what the police are doing, stopping them. And if the document accurate and when done, still a fine fault for them children is. And when done, they want money for them kids.
Well, to avoid paying money, you got to ensure that you're in compliance with the law.
Good. I agree with you 100%. But then again, them is with the law. Who take the bribe? Why are you taking bribe? Also, put them to pressure, carry them to court, let them face the court. I'm going to put on what I got to put on. Because of these kids them now, who are royal, they don't know if I give the police a 2-1, 3-1, and they gone away. And I want to say something. You got a lot of motorbike, what I know, without number plate riding on this road, the police don't do nothing. In front of them, I in front of them, right. Without some of them. There's certain people that don't like, but tal. I don't do them nothing. And that is fact.
All right, sir. Send us the photographs, right? Right now, we'll show it on the screen.
And I just want to say one more thing. On the road of Rampur, I give many complaints already. The road that they made maybe last year, all the roads are loosened up. You see hole. And number one, the BRC start short. It's not raised up. The BRC start raised up already. Start short. I sent you pictures, I think, already. And number 57, somebody do a new road on the back street. Imagine use a contractor. And you casting a blind casting, a trench casting in the bottom. And you put in a BRC in the ground without raising it. It's casting. What do you think is going to happen?
So poor quality road construction.
I get the picture, I send the picture on Facebook, and I think I sent it to you all already.
Right.
Send it again.
So the complaint is poor road construction.
Because I'm not seeing anybody from Georgetown or big ones coming up and tell them to see the garbage that they make for road here. Nobody's checking nothing. Nobody. I don't think anybody's checking anything. And that's the reason why these people are going away. Look, number 77 coming out from over the public road. Because I would lose now. Nobody collecting the cares to decide. And people are talking, and be honest with you, and be fair with you. People are talking, they don't have time with government anymore. Because there's bullshit going on. They said, don't blame the government. Don't blame the government at all for these things. So you can be engineer who are taking them bribe and a part of this work there. But at least the minister and Jill should have come down and see for himself. The guy sent many videos and nothing doing.
And it all got to do with these roads that they're supposed to be properly constructed, and it's poor construction by what you would say these fly-by-night contractors.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Everybody become a contractor right now. Who don't even know nothing about construction contractor?
Oh, well, they're definitely, because if the government intention is to provide good roads for residents, so that, you have to come out of them the long time story of walking through mud to go to school or go to the market. And if the government is spending the money...
We see the government potentially is trying.
Right. So if the government is spending the money, then they also got to police the spending. By that, I mean to supervise it, to ensure that they get value for money. There's nothing wrong with having more contractors, but the contractors got to do work according to specification.
That's right.
Or else you end up whereby the government getting bad name for all these kind of substandard work.
Correct. I said that already. The government is getting bad name because of these people. And the thing is what the government need to do with these people when they get to do it, let them do back it, break it out and do it back.
Right.
They want money. You know, put them under pressure, let them know what it is. Because when you're taking a contract to do government work, it's to make the government look good, make yourself look good, and let the community look good.
Correct. All right, caller. Okay. Thank you very much for coming through.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Good night, caller. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good night.
Good night, you're on the air.
Hi, Seeraj?
Yes, go ahead.
Is this Seeraj?
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, so we're getting other calls. Hello? All right, we lost that call.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, good night.
Yes, good night. Go ahead. We have there are many calls coming in, so we're having some difficulties.
Your phone is overwhelmed. Good evening. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Good night.
What happened to that caller?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead, sir.
All right, Seeraj. Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead, sir.
All right, Seeraj.
Go ahead, you're on the air.
Go ahead, sir. Make your point.
Look, we got a problem here with the GPL, man.
Where is that?
Corverton here. The government gives subsidy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you go pay, they say no money to go in period. And 1 month finish already. You run for 2 months now.
This is for pensioners?
Yeah.
And you ever get the subsidy before?
No, me reach the age now if we get it.
Now you reach the age?
Yes.
And how much?
A GPL there, Corverton.
Corverton GPL, and they said they don't have your name in the record.
They have the name, but they said no money to go in, no subsidy to go in for me.
Oh, and you know there are other people getting the subsidy?
One couple people come very well when I go and say nothing to come in for you. No money to come in, so they can't do nothing.
Well, what I know with GPL is that there will be no increase in the tariffs, in the rates, because the government is absorbing the increase in cost of fuel for GPL. So GPL gets money from the government, the difference between the rise in price and the old price. I'm aware that they give some pensioners some kind of support. The value of it, I'm not too certain about, but I'll try to find out and see if I can talk to the people at GPL about the situation at Corriverton.
Mr. Jagger announced that 30,000 a year.
For pensioners for GPL?
Yes, that what 2,500 a month.
Right.
Yeah, but when you go there and tell you no money to come in.
Do you know of any other person who would have attained the pension age some years ago who are getting that subsidy?
Some years ago.
All right. You recently turned a pensioner, right?
No, 71 years now, man.
And you ever get a subsidy?
No, we never had it.
So this is something that you think you're supposed to get now?
Yes, well, the Vice President announced that.
That every pensioner will get $30,000 subsidy on their light bill?
Yes, senior citizen.
Yeah. Well, I know what the Vice President said is that there will be no increase in electricity charges because the government is paying...
No, he announced a subsidy for senior citizens. Yes, he did. The government did, yeah.
Right. So if they're giving each pensioner $30,000 per year, right. So, and you are told by GPL that
if I get
the money they ain't get no money yet, so they can't give you the reduction.
No, they in the system, but no money to go in.
Oh, I gotta put my name in the system.
Yeah, this is a new one for me, so I must admit to our listeners and our viewers that I'm not really au fait with how this operates. I know how it operates at GWI, is that when you achieve the age of 65, you turn up with your ID card and your account, you're given the discount for pensioners.
Yeah, we already have that, but the GPL...
Right, so and that's what I'm saying. I'll have to familiarize myself with how it operates at GPL, if it's similar to how it operates at GWI.
Yeah, because a lot of money go in and they say nothing to come in there.
Okay. All right, so they probably have some teething problems.
No, the last time we spoke to you for this program, right?
Right.
We tell about Guy Suku, pensioner.
Right.
When you die, the spouse get $500. You don't find out, you may hear back not mother.
I know with NIS, if the person dies, the spouse will get survivor benefit.
Yeah, we know about that. I talk about Guy Suku.
Yeah, so I don't know about the Guy Suku matter. I have not found out anything about Guy Suku. And the question is that you get a pension from Guy Suku.
Yeah.
And if you die, then that pension should go on to your spouse if your spouse is still living.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because I don't know the Guy Suku pension is a different pension.
Yeah, but now them give you your pass-through bank, you get them by month now.
Right, so you're concerned that in the event that the person was working at Guy Suku pass on, then the benefit should go to the survivor.
No, that's the system.
Oh.
That's the system, but they left it at $500, no more about $2,000 a month.
If they can't even pay you to go and pick up $500.
This is Gau worker there, weekly worker.
So it's $500 per week or $500 per month?
Oh, well, $500 per week, but you reach about $1,000 per month.
$1,000 a month?
$2,000 you reach like.
$2,000 per month Guy Suku pension.
That's incredibly humiliating in the context of today's economy.
Field workers and so like, you know.
Right, so it's called a Guy Suku pension.
Yeah, you can find out more from Narayan and so on, then can tell you more.
Yeah. You used to work at Guy Suku?
$10 a day.
Yes.
Okay, so you're getting a pension from Guy Suku?
Yeah.
And they put it in your bank account?
Right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, sir.
All right then.
Okay. Yeah.
Caller, good night. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. The Freddie Kissoon show, right?
Yeah.
Freddie Kissoon show. Go ahead.
Yeah. I call in relation of the 100,000.
Right.
And according to the last news I watched with that Mr. Zagio, we got to pull up a farm.
I don't know. What the president says is that every person 18 years and above in possession of a Guyanese ID card is entitled to
not to fill up
100,000.
no form.
Yeah, you got to pull up a farm and then a check would be written right to you.
Oh, so they probably be. So they probably might circulate the form. This was announced when today?
Yes, last night.
Last night.
That you have to fill up a form? Which form?
Yeah.
Where you getting the form from? Which form?
They would give it because remember they got a list of everybody and how the money spent.
Well, the way I understand it is that when they start this payout, is that you turn up with your national ID card, you collect your check, and then you move on and they enter it into the record.
No, you will have to pull a form because the check got it right. The check would show with you basically form the ID and ID number.
Oh, well, he's saying when you produce your ID, maybe they give you some form that you just got to sign some. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, you got to pull up. Yeah,
all right, so you'll have to fill up a form, submit it. They'll verify the information and cut a check in your name.
Yes, sir. That's what he said, Mr.
Okay, so that's a system.
Yeah, that's good. Because I know that would be nice for the tax system.
Right, that's good also because nobody can get kickback unless you tear out a piece check and give them.
Right, and the tax system now, because no Tom Jones walked in, Tom Jones is existing, and Tom Jones ain't paying no taxes, so we know that too. Yeah, so it's very good.
Right, okay.
Right, so, okay.
One more thing. These road signs. People is breaking the rules every single second.
They ain't breaking the rules alone, they're breaking the signs too, they're knocking down the signs and so on.
Yeah, now in front of the president's office, they got a square box that you're supposed to stop in. If you stop in, there's a ticket.
Right.
Costing taxpayers millions in pain and workers. And they're not collecting no revenue off of that. They're supposed to let these people start to pay a fine.
Well, we're getting there, see all these cameras they're installing at these intersections and all of that. When you run the light, the camera pick you up, a ticket will be generated automatically and sent to the address of the errant vehicle or the vehicle that breached the law. So we're getting there.
Okay, thanks for coming through.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. The guy that was speaking just now, he was talking about. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the guy we talking about the farm. It's not a farm. The vice president said there's an app that they will have to enter the information.
Yeah, I know.
ID number and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I suspect that. I read it, but he thinks it's the form, so you can't argue it.
Right, so they're developing an app to do this thing. So they're working out on the mechanism to get the money down to the people, okay?
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much for the clarification.
Bye.
Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hello,
go ahead.
Hi, good night, Mr. Seeraj. How you doing?
Yeah, good night, go ahead.
I'm trying to get on to you for the longest while.
Well,
anyway, let me first of all, I'm happy for you for being promoted, but yet I'm sad at the moment because you would lose a very good person.
Well,
especially in the rice industry. I know you for a long time. You know me too.
Okay.
I used to follow you from since Fazal Hussein was there.
Fazal Ali.
Fazal Ali. You know me so well.
Yeah.
Building boy, no.
Yeah.
Tana, I related to Tana.
Oh.
You know me well. I'm one of the party activists.
Okay.
Anyway, as I say, I'm very sad in the moment because you're going to lose a very good person, especially in rice. You know so much about rice. And even though he's ambassador, I said probably could have given it to somebody else because we need you here more than in India, especially in rice and in parliament. Something you sit as the deputy speaker in so many fields. Anyway, nice speaking to you after a long time. I know you can't remember me, but you know me well.
Terence.
I believe it. Terence. Oh, you remember me. Terence, yes. Yes. Anyway, and next again, I would like to congratulate Freddie Kissoon because I wish he could do it again. In bringing Fazal Ali on the force. Dr. Asghalari, that was one of the most enjoyable programs I have. You know what I liked about that guy? Although he had a fault with the PPP, he was very truthful. You know?
Well, he's back. He's supporting the government and all of that.
You know that's Fazal Ali's brother.
Yeah, I know Fazal Ali know me well. We all was in GAPA and then we went a lot. I even know Freddie. I went over to your house one time.
Okay.
Me and Rohi and Kanai. During election time, your sister was a very ardent party supporter. You used to live upstairs in Sussex Street, I think, right?
I can't remember where she used to live. She used to live all over the place.
Granny, right?
Used to live in Sussex Street.
Yeah, Granny. Granny used to live at Freedom House, man.
Granny. Granny is my own favorite. And Freddie, she used to live downstairs by you in Sussex Street. You remember Sussex Street where you used to live?
Where she used to live? No, I never lived in Sussex Street.
Next to the pension, I know where you used to live.
Always in Dublin Street, Watermanville. I grew up there.
Durban Street is Durban Street.
And married from there.
Yes. Next, not far from the incinerator.
Right.
What in Watermanville?
Yes, we went to Freddie. Even though Freddie was a critic of the PPP, but he was truthful. And Freddie, Mr. Freddie.
Well, Freddie, Freddie calls it as he sees it.
Yeah, you should bring back Miss Dr. Ali again on that program.
Right.
He was I like him. He was truthful, honest.
All right, Terence, thank you for coming through.
Anyway, Seeraj,
nice good to hear from you.
I hope I get the pleasure of wishing you again when I come to Guyana.
Okay, man. Good. Take care.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Right. There's some more memories around.
He lives abroad.
Yeah. Call a good night. You're on the air.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Seeraj, I have a concern.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Concerning the resort on the Essequibo Coast that is occupied by someone.
A charity there.
Pardon me?
A charity.
New Road, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the guy got a lease for that part of the land. It's an access reserve. Why did the government give someone to build a processing plant in a residential area on an access reserve? We maintained that reserve for over 70 years now, and that is one of the best kept reserve in the area. And it's a 66 feet reserve, and he's occupying, I think it's 50 feet or 55 feet, and the part that left there is just a walkway. I can't pass through with my machine there. And he had having other reserve that have 100 feet, and what those reserve was earmarked as access reserve. But he didn't use that.
Right. I think some mistake was made there because the surveyor on the ground should have provided guidance to the minister or the president when they were thinking about assisting this person in doing some kind of processing, agro-processing. I mean, they are designated commercial area or industrial sites where these things can take place. But in the event you want to hit somebody with a song proposal, wanting money, invest some money, then they should be guided properly. So I agree with you that I don't think anyone would knowingly give lease to a person for a reserve that has been identified for an access dam. So some mistake must have been made there unknowingly. And, I think they should review it.
I don't know. Who can raise that point for it to be reviewed?
I think residents in the area there should do a petition to the NDC.
And take it to the NDC.
And let the NDC communicate through the regional system to say that, listen, we are not against someone doing some processing, but it should not be on a reserve that is identified for an access and is being used for an access.
Actually, I spoke with the NDC chairman and vice chairman there, and they said they have land at charity where they can identify for something like that to be put. The government was giving him two buildings in charity that was using for processing, and he didn't want those buildings. He just wanted this special one. He has some special idea for that to reserve. It's not a processing plant anymore.
Oh.
He is claiming that where he was living in Pomeroon, there is abundance of coffee there. And all the coffee tree in Pomeroon died close to 50 years now.
Right.
No coffee in Pomeroon.
Right.
And he's saying where he living in your road.
Pomeroon had some nice coffee.
Abundance.
No coffee in Pomeroon anymore.
Right. So apparently, like I said, I think the government was poorly advised in this matter, and they should revisit, and I would suggest that a petition be done through the NDC to the RDC and for forward transmission to the office of the president so that the matter can be looked at lands and surveys.
Well, actually, I think the president, I write an objection letter to the president, you know about it, and the vice president, the agriculture minister, the regional minister, get it?
Right, and like I said, I don't think
chairman from the NDC and the vice chairman, they also got it. And the guy from the Lands and Survey Department on the Esquivel Coast that heads there, he knows about these things too. And they still go ahead and give him permission to build on an access reserve. And you know the problem government have in getting these reserves vacant when they need it. They have to compensate people and give them so much problem to get them removed from these places so that they can carry out the work.
The important thing too is that there are lands available and the person was offered to do the processing in a commercial zone. So I think it was a mistake. They probably got wrong information, and the man ended up with a lease for a section of the reserve identified for a street. And that can be reversed.
Okay, sir.
Yes, I don't know, but I still feel that this man, he misinformed the people there.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. So I suggest that you take action along that line.
Okay then. Bye-bye, sir.
Right, take care.
Good evening.
Bye.
Hi, good evening. I just called to share a concern. I don't know if anybody going to hear or who really relevant is going to deal with it. With these Chinese supermarkets, when you go in, they don't have no prices on the shelf. When you go up to the counter for cash, you can't see how they cash in. Because the system designed that only them seeing wherever they cash, and then they can tell you any price. Now, if you ask them for a printout of a bill, when they give you the bill ain't got no description of the items where you get it. If it's one, it's gonna have one at $300, one at $600.
I don't think the Chinese supermarket give bills at all.
Yeah, they do. If you ask, you don't get.
I don't think Chinese supermarket as a policy give bills. You go up the items, and they charge you. You're right.
Well, there's a supermarket near to where I live. I get a bill when you go there.
Well, there are about 10. There are about 10 that I go to, and I have the past 10 years, and I never got a bill.
Yeah, some of them, if you ask them, you just print out a bill, but then on the bill don't have a description of the item or where you collect
so
it.
They're not.
So which item?
They're not VAT compliant, so the bill would not show you these things. The bill.
Every item that they have in the supermarket not VAT compliant.
No, supermarkets, the Chinese supermarkets, I don't think they are VAT compliant. That is why the bill doesn't show the items and what the items cost and the VAT on the items.
No, but if you're getting a bill, I think it should show, well, what's the cost of an item, because they're showing you the price for one item, but then giving you a description of the item.
No, but that's because they're not VAT compliant. If the system was synchronized to produce a bill, a VAT compliant bill, you would see the items and the price and the VAT.
So why is it that if you go to any other supermarket, Guyanese own supermarket like Bounty or DS?
Yeah, you get a complete receipt of how much. I think the Chinese.
You should report this to the Ministry of.
I think everybody in Guyana knows
this on South Road there.
Know that you going to a supermarket, you don't even know what you're paying for.
Right.
The first thing, then the next thing is that they claim that they don't speak English. Then the employees they have claiming they don't speak English as well. So you can't query anything. If you go on a
well, you might go Bounty by.
Well, this way is gotta do.
Or Massey.
Sometimes you're in a vicinity with Chinese, the closest ones to you.
Correct. It's for convenience. But reports should be made to the Ministry of Industry and Commerce.
Industry and Commerce.
Correct. For this any particular supermarket there, because I think the Vice President spoke about this matter too, that the playing field must be leveled, and the playing field cannot be leveled when one supermarket is giving you bills and the other one is not.
Yeah, and
it's clearly a move to for some underhand business there.
I can't buy the supermarket and I don't get bills.
I think so, because and then you can't even ask them anything, because they just look at you like if you crazy or them crazy.
All right, so you can I suggest you do that. A letter to the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Tourism.
Industry and Commerce.
Right.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Right, good.
Bye-bye, sir.
Okay.
Good night, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, good night, Seeraj.
Yeah, good night. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Seeraj.
Go ahead. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Seeraj.
Go ahead.
Hello? Oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong with his phone.
No, when another call comes in, it knocks this call out. Yeah, caller, go ahead.
You gotta buy a better phone before you leave.
No, it's
I'll take my mom.
Hello?
My mom.
Hi, that caller right to right right? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
That caller or call right to back. And that's $10 million, right? In the business, right? They got all kind of 50 to give. I think so.
The supermarket?
Yeah, that's $10 million, right? I think under $10 million.
No, man. The caller is saying.
No, he's saying, no. What he's saying is that you don't subscribe to VAT if your business is below 10 million.
Correct.
It's when it's over 10. But those Chinese supermarkets are way above 10 million.
No, but whether you're 1 million or 2 million,
you have to give receipt.
You have to give a bill.
You have to give receipt.
Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good night, Mr. Seeraj.
Good night, go ahead.
Concerned is person with this like stolen applicable will board and up.
Right.
This does still keep coming plenty for me, man. And we don't know where for talk for now. The minister was here, you was here, and everybody was here. We didn't get no satisfaction for this now.
The minister didn't visit back last week Tuesday?
No minister not come here last week Tuesday.
I understand the minister within the Ministry of Local Government should have been there, and EPA would have gone there and do some tests and all of that.
Listen me what EPA people are coming and do now.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell them to come to do what they're supposed to do, then happen. You got to come when you finish washing your car. Come in the morning and see what condition it is. It's very simple. Them are bring up test, put up things to test the dust, test this. You just got to come and look at the car in the morning. And everybody plays with pure dust. So you can't even open one window. And you know it's a serious matter. What we are saying.
I know, it is indeed a serious matter. So the EPA people, when they come nighttime?
They come nighttime, but when you tell them to come morning, or you check your vehicle, after this, when they tell them, what I just wash my vehicle, I come in the morning and see what kind of they still black sharp.
Right, and the crop now start?
The crop never done. As everybody actually don't cut already in Eskimo, you know that, Eskimo don't play.
Right.
And when they come now, they come and the crop finished, I want everything normal. And we facing a big issue, you know.
I know, I was there and several recommendations were made. I saw they had something up in the newspapers there that the minister visit with EPA and the rice board people, the general manager, Badri Prasad, who is an Eskimo man. All of them were there.
So no resident in the village don't know what's going on really.
Yeah. No, well, it's supposed to be meeting with the residents.
We got a group in the village, not one, but I don't know what it is. Actually, me don't know because me is a man who is out on the road every day.
Right.
Something wrong somewhere along the line, my brother. I just see what you do,
I know the dust, people cannot live comfortable with all the dust down there.
We can't even get close for the line. Right in your house.
If you can't open your window, you can't hang your clothes outside. That to me is a disaster that needs to be urgently looked into.
Mr. Freddie, Mr. Seeraj know what this thing is. So it's not something we talking. This thing happened for years now.
I think Seeraj has to be blamed for not. I think Seeraj has to be blamed for not solving this problem, man. He's a rice expert.
Yeah, we know he's a rice expert, but right now we ain't get the help from nobody.
But like I said, when I visited there with the minister, the decision was to get EPA there, and I understand that the minister went back afterward with personnel from EPA and the rice board and all of that, and they were supposed to conduct tests to see how much dust is in the atmosphere and how people are affected. I know for a fact that you have a dust flying around the place there. And
I want to urgent bring a group of people that who can get this problem solved, and you will see what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Because every time that EPA people come, the rice mill shut off. Just a sudden rice mill shut off.
Well,
they come back, normal work again.
Well, they probably call and they mail and know they come in and they stop operation until they gone.
Somebody leaking information.
Yeah.
What you got to do now?
That is what is happening.
Yeah.
That is what is
Let
happening.
him walk the rice mill the whole night, bring the people them, and we can show you what's going.
Right. I think that's what's happening. They get advance
exactly
notice.
what is happening. I know that situation.
All right, caller. Thank you very much.
I'm begging my brother. I'm begging you for help you.
Okay. All right. Take care.
See that your man honestly playing with you.
Hello?
Good night, Seeraj.
Yes, good night. Go ahead.
Do you have any update on what's going on in Luziknan East Double Road area?
Luziknan East, that's Farzan Street?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that Farzan Street with a whole set of trucks and so block up the place there.
Yes, buddy.
That's the one we're talking about?
Yeah.
My understanding, as I said, and this is from the Attorney General, that new lawyers were engaged to send out the necessary notices and legal action on behalf of the residents through the NDC. That's my latest information.
Now, the thing is getting bigger, Seeraj.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke to Mr. Edgel about this matter, and Mr. Edgel tell me he's known nothing about this matter, what's going on in Luziknan East.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy is saying now to neighbors and anybody tell him anything now is that we are talking to the low authority. His people have in the big authority.
Well, you will have some of that.
The Vice President, I was listening to his speech on Thursday that he had the press conference. He is saying that they're supposed to clear the area in all the streets and everything so that people can live happily. Why give people money and everything and at night you can't sleep and live, sir?
Correct, because when I elevated this matter to the Vice President. The Vice President spoke in my presence to Minister Indar within Ministry of Public Works and passed instructions that the street be cleared to a reasonable, acceptable level. So that is where I took it. So and now if Mr. Edgel is saying that he's not aware of it, there's probably some breakdown of communication between Minister Indar and Minister Edgel, unless Minister Indar should execute on his own. But I elevated this matter to the level of the Vice President on this issue. The Attorney General was out of the country at that time, where I tell you at the time when I visited. And when he came back, I appraised him of the situation. When I spoke to the NDC chairman, he also said the similar story. The lawyer who they had engaged dropped the case and they were supposed to get someone else. But I'll raise it again with the Attorney General and the Vice President because, like I said, he spoke to Minister Indar in my presence. Hello? Hello? Hello?
You gotta get a better phone, Seeraj. I'll take my mango pelt up, or it's better than yours.
No, the phone is okay, but you have multiple calls coming in. Hello?
You better exchange to take my mango pelt.
Put the number up there. Hello? Hello?
You taking this one or you
take one?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, pleasant good night.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the 1,500 plus teachers that was graduated today. I'd also like to congratulate the Ministry of Education for a wonderful initiative to give the upliftment in the education sector so we can have a better quality of education. Secondly, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Edgel for coming on the Freddie Kissoon show. I think it's a very good initiative. You know, that you can have senior personnel, just like Mr. Seeraj, who started it, to sit and to rap with the people and listen to their concerns and try to help in some other way. And other ways that you can, I think Freddie is doing a good job. And this program is really, really bringing a lot of light to the senior personnel of our country, especially the government sector. And I hope it continue. And I want other personnel, the government personnel, to come on board too, like Seeraj. You know, it's good to sit and rap with the people of the country and take your little criticisms and share your views. And it's a good thing. I think it's a very good initiative.
Okay.
One of the other things that I want to bring a light to is as you rightly said, the roads. I think we need to police our roads with these contractors, because the government is getting a bad name. And if people shed more light on these roads that are not being done properly, I think it would help tremendously. Gentlemen, you have a blessed night. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. That's one of your fans saying good night.
We have 2 minutes more. Maybe based on the receptions we get on these programs, Seeraj should stay.
Right. So the caller from Lusiknan who called in about that matter. So this we tried to get that matter sorted out because indeed, caller, good night, you're on the air.
Yeah, good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
I just like to highlight one thing. There's a rumor going around, and I think this is from the UPNO, saying that people in Barbies already get this cash grant.
That is nonsense.
Exactly. But
for
this rumor,
goodness sake.
and it's a serious, a lot of people believe this thing is going on in the whole large area. I think this guy by the name, Norman Whitaker. I think he's in the trade union something. He's one of them that's spreading this thing around in the area.
Right.
Who's Norman Whitaker?
But it's definitely not true. The process have not even been started as yet.
Yeah, but that's why I highlighted, because I want to go on here and let people understand that's the rumor that is spreading.
Yeah, some mischievous people trying to sow some amount of problem among the people.
Okay then, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming through. Hello? Yeah. All right, our time is up, Freddie.
We've got, I'm counting to 10. And if, okay. Good evening. You have to tune down your volume. You're the last You're the last caller.
Ganesh, my Paul said good night to you.
I just wanted
Say good night to you.
to know when they will be fixing the road in block 18, block 18 Grove. There's one. There is a cap on the $100,000 that is given to Guyanese. If it is within the 5 months, 3 months, after 3 months you cannot receive it. Is this a cap on that, or just continue until all the people around the diaspora, within the next 2-3 years, will be collecting? That's just my concern. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, it's a good question. I suspect they will have a time deadline.
Oh, yes, everything will.
Yeah,
everything must have a time.
They can't go on forever.
One last call and then we got to go. Our operator has to leave. So I'll count up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. That's it for this evening program. When Seeraj is here, we always have a packed program. Maybe the government should reconsider sending Seeraj away from Guyana. Of course, I've
booked my flight.
I must say, unashamedly, I've known Seeraj a long time. And I don't normally flatter people. Daramkumar Seeraj is one of the better politicians this country has produced. I've known him a very long time, and I will say it again. One of the better ones where politics has produced. Unfortunately, he'll be leaving us shortly. But
I have to represent my country outside of its border.
We have one more edition before he leaves. We hope he gets time to appear, and we will have a farewell drink between him and the operator. Thanks for being with us. Daramkumar Seeraj, the prodigal son, returned to co-host the program, and we hope we see him next Friday. It was nice being with you. Have a very, very enjoyable, reflecting weekend. Life goes on. It must. And we must always try to be happy as human beings. Thanks for being with us. On behalf of my friend Seeraj, have a pleasant weekend. Catch you later. Bye-bye.